3000.
What is doing? My name is Maloney. This is a 3000 podcast. I'm joined today by a returning guest, Grace Chia, all the way from Tas Vegas. How you going?
It's so far away.
Well, it feels like Tassie at the moment. It's pretty cold.
Yeah.
But you're back in Melbourne.
Yeah, thanks for having me back here.
Always. You just did a first take rap, which was a track called Stanley. Are we going to hear that on any upcoming stuff?
Yeah, so I've just done a bunch of recording with Lockie Hamill yesterday. I'm going to do some more on Monday and really keen to roll out some new music.
Sick.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk. I'm trying to think when you were here last.
I was thinking this too this
12
morning.
12 months ago?
A bit less. I think it was maybe October.
Okay.
August, October.
So, well,
around
yeah,
there.
we're not far from August now.
God, that's so true.
Yeah.
We actually, it was a year ago.
Probably a year ago.
It's crazy.
So a lot has happened. You've been doing a lot of gigs. You've been doing a lot of recording. You've got some competitions. You made it pretty far in.
Yeah.
You've got some new stuff. There's no shortage of things to talk about.
Yeah.
But let's sort of jump in from where you left last time. What was your next project after you left just last time?
So when I left, I was about to do, I think, the Outside the Box tour. I got to play in New Zealand for Twisted Frequency, was still doing a single a month, and then in March released a 13-track album.
Yeah, that's right, because you were talking about the single a month kind of approach.
Yeah.
And you rolled it out.
Yeah, we went to January.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did one single off the album at the start of March.
Yep.
Then 13-track album, and then there's been 2 more singles since then.
That's pretty hectic.
Yeah.
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 You got to pump out the content, because I get people that are like, oh, yeah, I've got this song coming out in September. Like one song, you're like, you got to be, in this day and age, for people to pay attention, you've got to keep putting it out, don't you?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's very demanding. But I think as someone who is just constantly making, it works for me.
Yeah.
It's just hard to record it because I still live in Tassie. So like when I come here, I try and record a lot of music and then roll it out through the year.
Right. So there's no one really doing the recording there.
There's definitely, there's definitely people like Callum Ball. He records all of Dundee's music and he records Wombat's music. He's really good.
Yep.
I think it's just because I've got a long-standing connection with Lockie and we've recorded so much together that I feel really comfortable with him.
Yep. And the Tassie connection too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And also it like always lines up when I come here and I can do a bit of recording, play a few gigs. Yeah.
That sort of stuff. So you did a gig last night and missed, when this comes, this is going to come out tomorrow.
Oh,
we're going to turn it around.
That's a crazy turnaround.
Well, because I've had a couple of weeks off with the renovations and stuff, so this is going to come out tomorrow.
Awesome.
So hopefully there's no editing needed. We can just upload it straight away. So you did the Miss Ripe gig last night at the Vineyard. Tell us about that.
It was so sick, so impressive. Like we were just talking before about Cardia's curation for gigs. There were heaps of artists I hadn't heard before, but they were awesome. I think Claire and I were just chatting in the car about how all of the artists were super talented and then also really kind, like lovely people, and having that mix just created such a positive environment where everyone was just having a great night, and all of the profits raised went to One of One, which is a charity that raises money for women in the music industry.
Oh, wow.
So it was really cool.
Is that every Ripe event or just the Miss Ripe ones, or they pick different charities?
Yeah, so all the Miss Ripe ones are different charities, and I believe that before this one, most of the charities have been around raising money for domestic violence and like to stop domestic violence against women.
Yep.
And I think this one was the first time working with One of One, and it was really cool because they had a representative come to the gig, stay for the whole event, said a few words at the start and offered her like advice as well for other women in the industry. Cool. So it was really cool. Yeah. Yeah,
it's good that the females in the industry all sort of support each other, and Cardi's doing a lot, not just with Ripe, but also with her Kiss FM show to platform female artists as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so it was really fun. Yeah.
So that was last night, but tonight, which because this is coming out tomorrow, you've got, and it's probably happening as we speak.
Yes,
you've got the Remedy EP launch at Shot Kickers, which is happening right now. Are you having fun right now?
Yeah, so much fun. I'm watching Remedy on stage, like, she's so awesome. I'm so excited. It's such a solid EP. She's such an amazing artist and kind person as well, and she really creates really great spaces as well. Like I think the gig would be really inclusive. She works with TB agency, so they have a focus on accessibility as well, which would be really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she came down recently to Tassie and did a gig. Did you have any part in that, or that just worked out?
I put her forward when my friend, she played for the Princess Drip gig, which are these awesome events run by Sabine Bester and Isabella, I should say, and they run like these kind of interactive installation gigs. So this one, they always pick a weird venue. This one was 3 stories at the Greek Club. And so on the bottom level was like a basement, and they'd made it like a cave, and they've made like all these fake like kind of crystallized things in this cave,
like
and you go,
okay,
and you go through, and then there's all these glowing things, and someone's playing like the hand drum, and then upstairs in the main like level were like live bands, and then the top floor was like DJs, someone dressed as Bob Ross painting on the dance floor. There was like a fake pond. They'd built like pillars like around things to make it look like
theme.
Yeah, but it was
Loosely.
like, so it's like this ongoing theme. So the one before was the spaceship, because Princess Drip was like that, they had their drip trip, the drip ship, so there was like spaceship, and then this one was Planet Utopia. And so Remedy played at that, and she was amazing, and it was really cool to see her, and I got to play a track with Princess Drip as well, so
Awesome.
it's cool.
And not only that, you've been doing some sort of like grime MC gigs as well.
Yeah, so that one was with the last Princess Drip one, and that was crazy. They literally like rolled out a podium in the middle of the dance floor. So like a band had just finished, and then it was like this kind of quick turnaround. They rolled the podium out, and I came through with a wireless mic and then got on the podium and started rapping, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing a bit of that. Been playing at a few doofs and a few like more kind of drum and bass gigs.
Do you attack, from a lyrical perspective, do you attack that with like a double time approach, or do you just speed up your normal kind of rapping?
It's mainly double time.
Yeah.
And then having like a few parts that are like half of that, and like slowing it down, just have a bit of diversity in the track, but mainly it's double time.
You're breathing hard with that sort of stuff. I always think like, I don't know how people do that stuff, man.
I think it's just a lot of practice, I think. I don't know, because then it becomes muscle memory. Yeah.
So you just zone out and it just happens.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've got so much respect for people that can rap really fast. Oh, people that can rap in general. But people that can rap really fast, I'm like, that's like another skill in itself.
Well, some of the bars in like the kind of more drum and bass song that I've been doing, or even that grime song, was like stuff I'd written like years ago. And I think because I hadn't ever really put it out on a song, and then because I've practiced it so much and progressively just done it on faster beats, that it's been a lot easier. Yeah.
You've kind of worked your way into it.
Yeah, and then I've written like some extra verses like in the now, but like a lot of it was written ages ago.
So who's on the production for that faster sort of stuff?
I'm trying to find some more drum and bass producers.
Wow, I'm sure there's some out there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Lockie was suggesting a couple, and there's been a few in Launceston, like in Tassie, that I'm trying to work with, do some like jungle as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be really cool to have have projects that are around more like electronic sound, and then still have like my boom bap. And the dream would be to do like a week and have like 3 gigs or something, and one's like more like acoustic chill stuff, one's like gritty hip hop, and then one's like at night and it's like with all DJs and stuff. Would be cool.
Poetry.
Yeah.
Why not go for 7 different genres?
Yeah,
and
we
do a
could.
whole week?
100%.
How's the scene going in Tassie? Is it growing?
Yeah, it is. So since I saw you last, I've been running these gigs called Oracle Nights at Altar Bar, and we program...
That's in Hobart?
Yeah, that's in Hobart. So we program 2 emerging underground artists every month, and then have an open cypher. And that's been really sick because it's the only gig in Tassie where we can also run it as an all ages gig if you have a guardian.
Oh, wow.
So there's no like other reoccurring hip hop gigs that young people can kind of like be involved with.
That's
and it's
cool.
really cool to have cross generations too.
Yeah, because you started at young, so it's cool to give that back.
Totally, yeah. And I think because the laws are so much stricter now, having like minors in bars and stuff. So it's been really awesome to have that. And
yeah, that's great because generally it depends. It's different. Legislation's different in every state. But I believe in Melbourne, or Victoria, you have to have a meal and you have to have
Yes.
a guardian there.
Yeah.
It's all different.
I think because they serve food,
Yep.
it comes under their license, and you need to have a responsible adult, and they can refuse entry even if you have a guardian with you.
Yeah.
But everyone's just been so well behaved, because I think that the demand is there for young people to be able to connect to music, like especially live music.
Yep.
I've just started working with the Youth Justice Department, doing workshops with Dundee. And so we've been doing rap workshops with young people through the system, and they can use their community service hours through the workshop, which has been really cool.
So if so let's say, I don't want to brand them, but they obviously have had a little run-in with the law to get community service.
Yeah.
Rather than go clean up the highway, they can do some
so
rap
they can
workshops.
choose to. And you can also, so there are some that don't have hours, but they can choose to do the workshop as well.
That's
because
awesome.
they have, so cool. And it's so there's some workshops that I've been producing, and it's their first group work at the Youth Justice Department as well. So they're actually seeing like positive results, not just with the kids, but also seeing that framework be really positive for them too.
That's a great initiative, and it's only in Tassie at the moment?
Well, yeah, we've just run our first trial, really positive results, and Callum Ball came in and recorded them. That was awesome. And I'd really love to kind of have like a bridge from writing to recording, maybe do some music videos for them, and then have them perform at Oracle Nights and try and create those pathways and like positive, like exciting opportunities for them to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if I knew that when I was a kid.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, we don't want to encourage kids to go out and break the law, but if that's the punishment, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think as well, like just hearing them be able to process what's going on in their lives, because there's so much stuff. It's therapeutic. And there's a lot of things they can't talk to people about because it's incriminating, and they're things that they've experienced as young people. So like that's why music is like, it's not just important, like it's life-saving for them.
Yeah.
And it helps them connect to other people and helps like other community members understand them more. Like it's just positive on so many levels.
Yeah. And are these, I guess it's always different, but are they coming at it from like a grimy angle, or it's more of like poetic, or?
It's a whole range. I'd say a lot of them really like drill.
Yeah. Well, I could imagine that would be a thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're trying to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah. But I think we're trying to, like, we approached it with creative expression and encouraging young people, and also just showing belief in them, because I think at the moment there's a lot of media attention around youth crime in the areas that I'm living in Tassie. Yeah. It's really hectic, and it's kind of everywhere. Like you can read about it everywhere, but then it means that there's a really big community divide. And my kind of take on it is like, if you're not going to believe that kids are going to do anything else and you're just going to expect them to fuck up, like why would they try to do anything different?
Yeah, it's almost like with younger people, they're told you'll never afford to buy a house, so don't even try.
Yeah.
It's like if people keep telling you you're going to be a fuck up, don't bother.
Yeah. Why would you try? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like very little alternative options to do in Tassie. Like we don't have a lot of resources for young people that are accessible. Our public transport isn't as good as well.
I was going to say, public transport's a huge one. Here in Melbourne, you can jump on a tram, a train, you can get anywhere.
Yeah,
but in Tassie, you've got the bus system.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, that's not very reliable either.
No.
So
it's relatively reliable, but I think that also becomes like just an isolation in some of the suburbs. So like some of the kids will just stay in these suburbs and they won't go into town, or then they'll get like town bans, so then they can't go into town. And
they get banned from going to town.
Yeah, so like in Maloney, it was something when I was growing up, you'd get like a mall ban. Which was like our town, which was like, 2 streets or something. And you get a mall ban, so then you couldn't come into the city for like a couple days or something.
What for loitering? For doing what?
For loitering, or for, getting up to mischief and stuff.
But that's so counterproductive. What do you want kids to do? Stay at home and smoke bongs?
But there's a reason they're not at home as well. And that's actually now in Glenorchy, like a lot of the kids are getting like bans from their suburbs for loitering, and it's just like they're hanging here because they don't have places to be.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
I remember even when I was growing up, I had, my uncle said to me, "Oh, don't hang out with these kids. I see them walking around the streets at night."
Yeah,
they're walking around the streets at night because home's not a good place.
Yeah, there's
right?
so much to read in between the lines there. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it sucks. So there's no real answer, but I guess we're going in the right direction when you're giving kids positive stuff like the programs that you're doing.
Yeah.
Were you and Dundee instrumental in setting that up, or was the process in place and then they came looking for you guys?
So I was approached by someone at the department who wanted to do something hip hop based, and then I came back with like a plan of what we could do, and then I said that it'd be really great to get Dundee on board because obviously the kids respect him so much and he has so much knowledge and experience in youth work and runs like lots of rap workshops with the people that he supports, but also with schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
Thanks.
Hopefully the other states can take note and do something similar because that's the first I've ever heard of it in Tassie.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the first from what I know, it's the first. It was their first group work and yeah, so it's been cool.
And you're going to continue doing that as long as they
yeah, so we've just done the trial and we want to come back there keen to do some more. And I think it'd be really cool to have like a monthly or bi-monthly like follow-up with those kids who have kind of finished that trial period, but they can have something to look forward to record.
Yep.
And I'm still working at the community house I work at running the art programs. And so when I saw you last, I was assisting and now I've taken over that program.
Oh, cool.
Which has been cool. And so we run like free art workshops twice a week for 10 to 16-year-olds living in my community.
Visual arts?
Visual art. So it's like spray painting, tie-dye, canvas art, screen printing, digital art, animation. It's like a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So each week you'll pick a different medium and go, we're doing tie-dye today, we're doing screen printing next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like my son, last school holidays, we got a tie-dye kit and he tie-dyed his T-shirt.
Yeah.
He goes, show people, look, I made this. Like that. It's cool to give
It's
kids
so
something
cool.
to show people that they had a hand in making.
Yeah, yeah. So we do the tie-dye and then they get to pick like their favourite character or something on the computer and then we screen print that on the tie-dye as well.
And I'm guessing these kids are younger than the ones that are doing the hip-hop workshops.
Yeah, so they're 10 to 16. So I think the oldest are probably grade 9 maybe, like 8 or 9. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So aside from that, the music stuff, with the helping kids get into music, at this point in time with technology, it's never been an easier time for people to make music without the recording sessions. I know not everyone has a computer, but it's pretty accessible. So when you teach these kids those skills, a lot of them would be able to go and make music. Next time they see you, they can play you their demos or whatever.
Yeah, that's the awesome thing. And when we were doing the workshops, like Dunnas was showing them how he records demos on his phone and like the app that he gets. And he was like, it's free. You can pay a membership and like put lots of extra tracks on it, but there's a free version. And that's what I use to make my demos. So I think that was a really great in for them. And the goal was to set them up with skills that the materials are accessible to them. So I was running a couple other hip hop workshops. One was rap and one was graph. And the idea is like we want to set them up with things that all they need is a pen and paper to like at least start and like practice. And so, yeah, the idea is to set them up with skills that they can practice, spend heaps of hours on, get lost in the world and don't have to go and buy, new decks or a new computer and all these things. Yeah.
Apps are pretty cool with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, even with just from a DJ perspective, you can get all sorts of digital, DJ software and all that sort of stuff now. And like you said, free trials are out there. And kids, they're resourceful. I'm sure they can crack that stuff.
100%. Yeah. I was doing some workshops a couple of years ago with the Migrant Resource Centre and we partnered with, I think, the Link. So there were a couple other kids there and they had full demos that were all just made on their phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool. And then
So
when they
cool.
get to you can polish them up, do them in the studio properly.
Yeah.
And they've got something that they can play to their friends and show their family that they're doing something productive.
Yeah, and Callum produced a beat that was just for them as well. So I think that was really nice to be like, this is your exclusive beat by a producer who makes beats for Dundee and for Wombat, and this is yours. And like showing them that like we believe in them, we're excited for them and like want to like support them on their journey. And they were so supportive of each other. I think that was like the recording day was definitely the best day because just seeing their excitement and support and like that one would record and they'd be like, that was so sick, brother. Like you're doing awesome. It was like, So good.
Yeah, a bit of positive
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah.
And Wombat's back making music again as well.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Yeah, I saw he was going to do something with Chillin' from Take Flight. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, man, Take Flight. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So there was the competition
Yep.
of thousands of people.
Yeah.
And you made the initial shortlist and the top 10.
Yeah.
So tell us about that process for you.
That was crazy. I mean, I had done it the year before, and then when it came out this year, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do it. And I think I was running Oracle Nights that night, so I was trying to like squeeze in recording it, and then I sent the stems to Lockie to get a mix.
How much time did they give you?
They probably gave me more time, but I don't have a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
So I like wrote it in about 20 minutes.
Because it was a nerve beat, yeah?
Yeah.
Did everyone use the same beat? Or
No, so they had 5 beats. They had 4 beats and 1 bonus beat, and I chose the bonus beat because I just heard it and I could hear bars on it straight away.
Right.
And then, recorded it at home, sent it to Lockie. He like mixed it that day, and then my housemate and I went down to the bike track and filmed a video for it and then put it up that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw the video. I shared it straight away.
Yes, thank you so much.
I did before you even got to top 10, so I'm not a bandwagon jumper. But when you did make the top 10, were you stoked?
Yeah, I was stoked. I was surprised. I was like super excited, and there was some really good entries, and I was honoured to be on it. And it was sick that Brat got on it, sick that Manners got on it. Like, it was cool to see.
You and Brat the only 2 female representatives in the top 10?
Yeah.
Well, you're in good company there.
Totally, yeah.
And then, unfortunately, you didn't make the top 4.
Yeah.
And I think I texted you and I said, how's this working? You go, it's a popularity contest, which I think it was.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but you didn't.
Yeah.
But then the whole shit went...
And then, it all... Which I think is like... I think if someone did report it, that is so embarrassing for that to be like that petty about being like... I don't know. But who knows what happened really?
I text Kev and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, man, it's gone. Like,
yeah.
And I'm
that would be
"Are
so
you gonna get it back?"
frustrating.
And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to a few people and they sort of said, if they don't get it back within 7 days, the chances are even less.
Wow. Yeah, it'd be so stressful.
And I was checking every day because I feel like I don't know Hayden personally. I talk to him in DMs every now and then. And I've only got 1/10 of the following that they've got. And if you lost it all, man, it'd be shattered.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. And even like them losing that lost, I think, momentum with the voting as well when it went down that night.
He's pretty good though
at
turning a negative into a positive.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that they realised that if they were going to get it back, they could leverage off it and did a good job.
Yeah.
But, man, that sucked. I checked every day. I'm like, it's got to be back soon.
And I love the post that they put up before they went down. And it was like, we've had so many entries and I hope this shows that you guys can do awesome stuff and, like, don't stop because, like, it would be so hard to select the entries or the finalists.
Look, even just if you've given yourselves a couple of days to come, even just to listen to 1,000 different songs is a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
to pick 10.
Hey?
and then to pick 10. It's crazy.
So, the whole process is tough. But, like they said, go out, keep making music, keep doing what you do. The top 4 gets announced. Then that happens.
Yep.
Disappears. But in the end, another new Melburnian, Jerry Greinfeld, wins. And then I think that shows people that it isn't rigged.
Yeah.
Because he probably had the smallest following out of all 4 of those people.
Yeah. And they were really good. Like, they were all awesome rappers, and I think they deserved to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, when those challenges come up, it's, like, such a positive thing because it lights a fire underneath people to be like, okay, I'm going to give my best, which is awesome.
Yeah. As soon as it came down, though, so many, like, little platforms like, we're going to do a thing. And I'm like...
I know there was so many.
I'm like, just give it a week or so.
Yeah.
Don't try and steal their thunder
yet.
But you did jump on a couple of other ones as well.
Yeah. So I'd been looking at the Acclaim one for the last year because when I went to Big Sound last year, I saw the Acclaim showcase and I thought it was really sick. And then the other one was the New Jupiter and AU Dollars one.
Yeah.
And ended up being a finalist in that one as well.
Oh, right.
And I was shortlisted for the Acclaim one, but didn't make it to the final 4.
But man, you're just putting them out there.
Yeah, and I think I just wanted to show that like I'm hungry, I've got bars, and I'm ready. And I think like when I didn't make it, I was like, it's not the time. That's fine. Like I'm not gonna let that stop me making music. And yeah.
And from the Take Flight point of view, the fact that you made the top 10 means that next year they're probably going to get 3-4 times the amount of entries. At least they're going to listen to your one.
Yeah, well, they started following me after that. Barker started following me, which was like, I like screenshot. I was like, this is crazy. Because I just like
cool.
love her
Have
music
you
so
DM'd her?
much. No, I've like, when I went on 4ZZZ last year, I'd like put a playlist of all like dope women in hip hop, in Oz hip hop. And I tagged her in it and she like responded to me and I was like, I can't wait to see you in Hobart. And then she didn't respond because I'm sure she gets like 2 million DMs. But her show in Hobart was like life-changing. And she'd just gone through like hectic time, hardly had a voice, and then gave like one of the most rawest, amazing performances I've seen.
Yeah, it's always that sort of funny thing when someone you look up to starts following you. You want to play it cool and not message them straight away. Like, I'll straight away be like, do you want to come on my podcast? But you got to play it cool. You wait a little bit. And, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But at least you know when they follow you, they should see it. But who knows?
Who knows? And like one day I'd love to get federal funding for Culture of Queens and do a show in each state, and she would be on the dream list for sure.
Yeah.
To headline.
That is coming up in October.
Yeah, October 24th.
So last time you came in here, it was not long after you did the one at Old Bar, was it?
Yeah, that was May.
So you had yourself, Helen Earth, Villiani, Phoenix, and Mishap.
Yeah.
Is that all?
That was excellent memory. Yeah.
And then you did that, and then you were like, I'd love to do it in Tassie, which now you are going to do it in Tassie.
Yeah, and so we've actually, I received funding from Arts Tasmania for an Arts Bridge grant to bring them all over.
That's well done.
Thank you.
Did you write the proposal? And
yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
Any ChatGPT?
No.
That's good.
No. So that was awesome.
Because that's a skill in itself, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the moment I'm like reviewing some grants for other people, and it's such a tricky thing because there's so many amazing projects, and when you're writing a grant, you really have to just cater to the criteria and have like certain things, and even if you have a really good concept, you need the right support material, and
you've got to tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, and you need evidence that you've got like great planning, great partnerships, and Alta was a support for us, and they wrote a support letter, which was really great, which is the venue we're going to put it at.
Okay.
So Alta's owned by Dark Lab, which is owned by Mona. So they've got great sound.
So they care about art.
They care about art.
And culture.
And the booking manager there, Sam Dowson, is an awesome, he's an artist, but he also programs so many local artists, which is really cool. So he's really like passionate about the arts and the scenes, like the many different scenes in Tassie, and putting on for local acts when like putting them forward for supports when big acts come, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And that's where we're running Oracle as well.
Yeah. Because Tassie doesn't get the huge acts like the mainland does.
Yeah, no. We got Dirty Dyke, though, a couple of weeks ago, and that was so sick. Yeah.
And you supported?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Total honour.
Yeah.
And just when we have acts like that, like Tassie comes together and brings the energy. And a couple people who were working with Dirty Dyke said that he really enjoyed playing in Tassie because of that energy, and because obviously the venue's more intimate, but the energy is still so high that it was just like raucous. Like, yeah.
Those UK artists go hard, don't they?
Yeah, so like it was crazy, and he'd like played, so many shows on the tour. I think he'd played a show the night before. He'd just flown in that morning and then just killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome that when those people do come to town that you're one of the go-tos that
Yeah.
you support them.
Oh, very honoured. I've been able to support some crazy people that have been bucket list.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So with Tassie, there is stuff going on.
Yeah.
There is a new scene, but also now, and I'm going to ask you this as a Tasmanian, because a lot of people talking about it, the football team.
Oh,
because it's become
oh my God. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask about this.
No, but it's become like a political thing.
It's so political right now. It's
right?
hectic.
It's literally like a referendum almost.
No, literally like you'll see like most cars have like, not most cars, but a lot of cars have the stickers like either like no stadium, yes stadium. Like it's everywhere.
So do you think that if they didn't want a new stadium, do you think that the public would be more inclined to say, yeah, we'll have the team? Is it the stadium that they're upset about, or is it the whole idea?
Yeah, it's the stadium. Yeah.
Because it's on land that they don't think should be developed.
Yeah, so there's lots of reasons why. I mean, I'm a no stadium person, but there's lots of reasons
most
why.
Arts people are kind of in that sort of way.
Yeah, I think the first reason is that it's sacred land, and then there's all these other reasons why, like it's in a spot that's actually hard to get to anyway. Like I've played a few shows at a venue where they want to put it, and like parking for there is a nightmare. So then you think about how many people are going to come to a footy game. Like it's just like Hobart's actually not built for the population we have, like in terms of like wayfinding and traffic and everything.
We've already established that public transport's not great.
Yeah. And because like so many people moved through COVID and it's just like people moving more and more, we're actually not built for the amount of people living there. And then where they want to put the stadium, like it's just going to be impossible in that way. And we're also, as a state, like millions and millions of dollars in debt. So we actually don't have the money for that. We have a housing crisis. We have like all of these actual problems. And then they want to spend all of this money to build a stadium. So yeah, I think that's
It's become a real sort of talking point. And, and very much, I guess, it divides a lot of people in Tassie that are sports people and people that are more in the art scene and whatever. Like, because you could, I guess, the positive is it would be good for the economy, but then the other people say, well, do we want all these dickheads coming?
Yeah, and it could be good for the economy, but we're already so in debt that I feel like it wouldn't be good for a long time, like for us to get to that point. Because, we're having like a massive actual budget crisis at the moment as a state. Yeah.
Because I think Hawthorn and another team play games there, which I guess is kind of the way of dipping their toe in and seeing, and then they must have used that as a gauge. Okay, well, it could work. Yeah. And then they've pulled out this, now you've got to build a huge stadium. And everyone's like scared off. Yeah.
Well, there's so many people who are really passionate and they're like, yes, stadium. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And there's going to be and this is coming down to a vote basically that one government is for it and one's against it.
Yeah. Well, no, I think most of the major parties are like, yes, stadium, but they need to do these things. And like the Greens are like, no stadium, but yes, team. And like, so.
Politics and sport, man.
I know. Yeah. When we have like crazy hectic problems happening though, and I feel like it's just such a big distraction for that. Like, I don't know. Like probably it's a problem, it's not a talking point, but like we have a massive housing crisis and so many empty houses and we've got all these problems with youth and we've got like so much like problems with our health system and then we're like, but the stadium, like, football. And it's like
it is that it's a very Australian way to look at it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll give everybody sport and they won't worry about their problems.
No, literally this is like one of the new Labor campaigns is that they're giving each family like an allowance for their kids to do sport each like term or something that.
I think that's a good initiative.
I think it's a good thing, but I think it's just like such a distraction from being like, there's so many
the correlation with sport, health and mental health
totally
is a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I definitely agree with that. I just feel like...
And that would be a push to get kids off the games as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that's really great. It just feels like...
You just think the money could be better spent.
Yeah, and I feel like even the money like about the campaign could be better spent. Like, we have so many people who are homeless or like living in really unsafe conditions and we've got like a lot of, drug problems in our state and all this stuff. But then, and I think sport is a really great outlet and like positive place to put your energy and like how we're talking about having like alternative places that's like early prevention for young people. Is really important. Yeah.
So when you say there's a housing crisis, which I think there is nationally.
Nationally, yeah, totally.
There's empty houses. Are we talking in Tassie? Are you saying that people aren't renting them, or they're government houses, or what are the empty house situations?
It's either houses that are like investment properties or houses that they're Airbnb-ing. Yeah. So we've got a lot of them.
And that's a problem nationally because
totally. Yeah.
And that's why they put this land tax thing in to try and push people away from it.
Yeah.
But you've got people that have generationally have, 4 houses.
Yeah.
So to charge them a couple of $1,000s a year in land tax isn't going to break the budget.
Yeah. And the other thing is that because like so many other places, like if you look Melbourne, there's so many high-rise buildings, but because the way that, as I said, like we're not built for the population we have. So like a lot of the houses are like you have a garden, you've got lots of space and stuff. We don't have like many apartment buildings.
Uh-huh.
And then the zoning, like it's a lot harder to jump through the hoops to get the zoning to develop those properties and stuff. So that's another thing that a lot of the parties are looking at trying to push for in this election, because we've got another state election.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that might decide a lot of things.
Well, yeah, that's what is being said. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, the planning thing is really interesting. Like I know that even in Melbourne, I think within a certain radius of a train station, you can go up, 20 stories or whatever.
Wow.
And they do, I don't know exactly what it is,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because they know that there is the infrastructure
Yeah.
there. But when you don't have the public transport,
Yeah.
how do you sort of bring those things in?
Yeah.
I'm guessing around the heart of Tassie there is more apartments, but...
Yeah, and so one of the things I was hearing is that I think it was Labor want to put forward that we have like a kind of corridor that goes from Glenorchy to Hobart, and it's where we used to have the railway. So it's got we've got a railway, like train tracks that aren't being used and haven't been used for a long time. So I think they're looking at using those spaces for housing, like trying to build stuff there. Or there was another thing put forward to use that as a avenue for public transport that's a bit more like express to go that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Infrastructure's almost there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you need to get into the council and change things.
No way. No, I'll just rap about it.
That's the biggest thing. Like the people that get into power are
Yeah.
the ones that like they get in for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
I feel
totally.
Like,
Yeah.
Like the people that actually want to help people are like, I don't want anything to do with this shit.
Yeah, and I think there are definitely some people that there's like
They're few and far between.
They're few and far between, 100%. And I think there's so many hoops like that you have to be in to be like that. So like having the autonomy of an artist to be like, well, I don't agree with that, and not having to jump through the hoops is helpful.
Politics, I never used to pay any attention to it. As I've gotten older, I've get sucked in. I used to just be like, oh, it's all rubbish. I don't want. And now as I get older, I'm like, I kind of have to pay attention. I don't like the whole system, but it's what we've got. I've just got to get my head around it.
Yeah.
It sucks though.
Yeah, and I think Claire and I were talking on the way here about just generally like people in our lives all kind of going through a bit of a chaotic rough patch at the moment. We were talking about just like globally all of the stuff happening in the world. I think it just affects everyone.
It's somewhat depressing.
Yeah, 100%. Everywhere you look, there's something like horrific happening in the world. So it's kind of hard to not be political now and not be political as an artist as well, because there are people who are who have no voice and aren't being listened to, but there is a fine line, I think, with the being political and being an artist. Do you know what I mean? Like I think definitely get your point across, but I sort of say to people, I don't follow artists for their political opinion, and I wouldn't follow politicians for their artistic opinion. Mm-hmm.
Like imagine a politician came out and kept showing you their watercolour paintings. You'd be like, man, I don't follow you for that. So it's like a fine line.
Yeah,
like,
but it's interesting because like hip hop, like so much of hip hop's birth is so political.
For sure.
So then a lot of there are a lot of hip hop artists that I follow because they're speaking up on political things that I align with and I think is important. I do agree that like we all need an escape, and we all find like music that's just can help us unplug and not think about all the horrible things in the world.
Yeah.
But then I think I really respect a lot of artists that will put their views on the table, because there's so much censorship as well at the moment with being political, and there's the risk of not being programmed and not being put forward for things because you're speaking out on stuff.
Yeah, it Yeah. The internet used to be a place where everyone could voice their opinions, but now it's very regulated.
No,
can't.
yeah. Which is it's so interesting because in so many ways, as a world, we're pushing forward for like more freedom to be yourself and express yourself, but then in lots of ways we're pushing forward to be more censored and not speak our opinions.
Yeah.
It's like this weird kind of dichotomy of that.
Yeah, and you can't say the wrong thing, and then it's a tough line to toe.
It
a lot
is,
of the time.
yeah, and I think like cancel culture's played such a big part of that, and I honestly feel like it's a really negative thing that has come in because we're not giving room for people to change, and we're bringing things up that have happened, you know, a decade ago. And some people won't change, but if we're never going to expect that people will change, then we're just going to accept this existing like bad behavior in our communities.
So the younger generation now, they're pushing. Obviously they use social media to an extent, but it's all like disposable, like Snapchat and everything, because they don't want anything out there that people can bring up 20 years in the future and call them out for.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you hear like heaps of actors or really big artists and they're doing an interview and then they'll kind of joke like, oh, please don't cancel me. But it's like must be like an actual strong anxiety for massive artists who have like, you know, had a whole career and then saying one thing, it can be taken like so many different ways. And I think like calling people out is so fucking important. But if we're not going to let people like hold themselves to accountability and make changes in their life, then we're not going to actually have a better society because we're just like, oh, you are this kind of person. You will always be this kind of person. You know, it's alienating.
Everybody deserves a chance to better themselves.
Yeah.
And as long as they know that they've made mistakes in the past. I think people bringing up tweets from 15 years ago that some, you know, comedian might have said as a joke, okay, it might have been in bad taste, but if they own that bad joke and say, look, that was me 15 years ago, I regret saying it, I shouldn't have said it, times have changed, I won't do it anymore, don't cancel them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
The internet's it's a funny place.
It is a funny place.
It's like the internet's been around for like 30 years, but we still kind of we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we don't really know what we're doing still.
Yeah. Sometimes I think like it's crazy that we've gone to the moon and like done all these things and we're so like unevolved as like a species in so many ways as well.
It's a can of worms, isn't it? But no,
like, you know, like
the whole thing is kind of ridiculous, and you think we're making some advancements as a race, and then there's never been more conflict in the world
100%.
right now.
I'm like, why would the aliens come here? They'd look here and be like, no way, like, you know.
It's a funny one. Like, we're so evolved in so many ways, but then like humans can't get along. It's so sad.
Yeah, it is sad. That was a tangent.
It was, no, but it is. That's what we do. We go on tangents.
It's sad.
Okay. So, it is. Like it.
Yeah.
Man, I go through depressive states and I just think about, fuck, what is the world coming to and all that sort of stuff, which I think every generation has had that stress for the next generation. But I think it's never been more valid than now.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going.
And as a counterpoint, like one of the like really awesome things that's come out of all the horrible things is that there is so much rebellion against that, and there's so much like people coming together and people who have never been political and never like come to a protest or never like said anything because they don't want to shake the boat or like, you know, stir the pot, and there has just been people all around the world that are standing up and coming together, and I think that's awesome to see.
But again, some of those people are a bit like, there's people that went to like the freedom protests that get sacked from their jobs.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
All that sort of shit. So with the internet, everyone's being held accountable, even if they believe that.
Yeah.
Like we've seen with the whole vaccination thing, with people that have been ostracized from their work, their family lost their jobs, all that, and that's their belief.
Yeah.
And then 3-4 years later, other people are like, oh, actually, you might have been right. Like it's kind of like we're really quick, like when I say we, the society's really quick to jump at people and say, your opinion is different to mine, so it doesn't count. And that's the wrong mentality, I believe.
Yeah.
We need to get better at, if we are going to so even with politics, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this is where I sit and I don't really want to listen to you. There's no open conversations about
absolutely.
tell me what you think
Yeah.
and then I'll tell you what I think
Yeah.
and we can have a fucking chat about it.
Yeah, and that's why I think there's some really great independents running in politics because they're not like they can actually voice different opinions and listen to community and bring those, and it's not they don't have to go through all of their party's opinions.
Vote 1 Grace Chia.
Please don't.
All right, let's get back to the music stuff.
Yeah.
So what else have you got coming up? So you've got the Culture of Queens,
Yep.
which is happening with all the original
Yeah,
members.
so it's all the original members, but we also have Claire Vizzy, St. Bedlam supporting.
Who's the second one, sorry?
St. Bedlam.
Okay.
Yeah. She would be an awesome person to interview as well here.
Okay. Yep, she's from Melbourne?
So she's from Sydney. She's living in Tassie at the moment.
Okay.
She's here. She won the Jupiter $80 thing, and so we're going to catch up with her after this.
Yep.
And yeah, amazing rapper, really cool visual artist as well, poet, like does all these cool things, does some production. Yeah, been in the scene for quite a while.
Yep, cool.
And so, yeah, she's supporting, and then we're going to have our friend Talia do her first ever song as well as part of the night. And I'd really like to engage some female writers and do like a silent auction of canvases and get like women to send in canvases from all around Australia, give them all the funds and just get them to cover postage and have that element involved too.
Oh, cool. So you've got a space there to have some artwork?
Yeah, I reckon it'll probably just be like kind of like a merch table, but all for writers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got the writers in mind?
Yeah, I've got some writers in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if they're watching this and there's some female writers out there that
Yeah,
do canvas,
please
they
hit
could-
me
they could
up.
reach you up.
Yeah, I'm going to put something up soon. It's just tricky because it's in October, and I feel like especially in Tassie, like people don't buy tickets till kind of last minute, so I don't want to promote things too early for it. Obviously, like save the date, but
What's the date?
October 24th.
Okay.
And yeah, tickets will come up soon. But yeah, if you want to get involved in any way, please hit me up because I'm super excited to get lots of people involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then potentially, hopefully, take it national.
Yeah, that would be the goal, like to use this as evidencing for how it works and the impacts of it. We're going to also have a cypher, and I think it could be really cool to like, yeah, have it nationally but work with local artists in each places and maybe have like a couple headliners that tour with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to bring, in October, all the girls down there.
Yeah.
And then from that, you're just going to come back to Melbourne, or you're going to try and do some more gigs around Tassie as well?
For Culture of Queens?
Or just individually?
Individuals just posting gigs? Or?
Yeah, or like other artists going to try and do some more gigs down there as well, individually.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, not for Culture, like not for the acts for them. Just because I think both Helen Earth and Philly have to travel back the next day because everyone's got such busy lives. I can't believe we're already booking things for October and it's like, oh, that date's full.
Yeah.
But I'm still booking gigs for artists that come tour Tasmania.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did Downside Since I Saw You, Bit of Belief.
They were supposed to come, both Downside and Bit of Belief.
No.
Were both supposed to come in here individually.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, we're going to come in and then we're going to go do sound check. I'm like,
yeah, it's not
both
possible.
of them didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon.
Yeah. 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 They both would be really interesting interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Downside have had a lineup change and Fluent's involved now as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was cool. And JJ Vacant came with them, and so sick to be able to see them live because I don't think I was even 18 when they came last.
Really?
For Downside, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember when it was, yeah. But yeah, they were awesome. And I love like what they do because part of their funding for their tour was to do workshops in each state that they played at and work with young emerging artists. And so they worked with 2 young guys, and then Daz gave them each a beat, and then they got to perform it on the night. I just love like that concept of touring and doing like this thing about their music, but also giving back to community and connecting to people, and like those sessions they had with them like are going to be such formative things for those artists and have like created avenues for them with other artists, and yeah, it's awesome.
It's all love.
It's all love, yeah.
So tell us what else is coming up for you besides that. Another album. What have we got to expect for the
Yeah.
rest of 2025?
So I'm working on an album at the moment. I've got like probably 10 or 11 tracks, and so I just trying to record them at the moment and then starting to roll them out in the next few months. And I've got like, yeah, this album that's very much like boom bap, and then I've got kind of like an EP, I guess, that's more like R&B, still a bit hip hop, but like very different sound. That's why they're different projects, because they just don't make sense in the same kind of project, same story.
So you just like to keep them separate.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm playing, what am I playing? Lennon Wells. I'm supporting him next Friday. And
That's back in Tassie.
that's back in Tassie.
Hobart.
Yep, it's a warehouse party.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to the Remote and Regional Music Summit next week. It's in Byron, which would be cool.
Oh, wow.
And
Remote and regional, so I'm guessing that focuses on remote and regional
yeah,
places.
yep.
And what? So are you talking? Are you going there as a punter?
I'm going there as a punter. I've been supported by Music Tas and Music New South Wales to go there.
Wow.
And
They've got faith in you to
yeah,
represent.
so that's really cool. And yeah, learn about touring and festivals and the climate, like music climate in regional areas, and what we can do to make it better, and be able to just network with some people there and hopefully talk about some of the cool things that are happening in Tassie and try to get some more things happening there.
From a regional perspective, it's somewhat stronger for the smaller scale tours than it is in the cities. Like, I'll look at some artists that are touring. They might do regional shows, like they'll do Ballarat, Bendigo, Frankston or whatever. Frankston's not regional, but we sort of claim it. And they may not even do a Melbourne one.
Yeah.
So it is, regional is getting these tours now a lot more than they used to.
Yeah, because people are hungry for it there. And that's where you get like such, the energy there is like so high, because they're not like Melbourne, there's so many awesome shows all the time. And still, like, the shows that I've been able to go to, like, the energy's awesome there. But yeah, when you play in areas like that, people are hungry and they're just so keen, and they also will go see artists that they haven't heard of because it's just on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're hungry for it.
Yeah.
They're starved for the live music stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was some of the smallest towns that we played at for the Outside the Box tour where the vibe was the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was with Mishap and Greeley.
Yeah.
And touring Tassie with Greeley, what's that like?
That's like
know
going
everybody?
everywhere and everyone being like, can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? Oh my God. Like when we played in Devonport, there was like a whole group of kids waiting outside the venue for him to come downstairs so they could meet him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No wonder he's moved to the country.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've covered a lot of stuff. Is there anything you want to shout out? Is there anything you want to talk about or tell us about before we wrap things up? Grace Chia. Vote 1, Grace Chia.
Not really. I think I'm going to be putting out a lot of music very soon. I'm really keen to be rolling out some new stuff, some collaborations I'm really excited about as well.
The bass producers hit her up.
Yeah, please hit me up. And the track I did at the start of this is produced by Viliani, with some X-Men samples. And yeah, I'm really keen to get that one out.
Sure.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me back.
Nah, you're always welcome. Whenever you're in Tassie, even though we've got a half-finished, well, not even half-finished, we've got a construction zone of a set, but we've made it work, and I appreciate you taking the time to come down here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and thanks to Clara for driving me again.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
3,000.